Aquarius man in love, his positive and negative traits. An Aquarius man is that friendly, witty, and charming guy. Continue to be yourself, and allow the relationship to develop naturally. He doesn't fall in love easily. For him, falling in love is not a one-time decision but a calculative move. To capture his attention, you really need to cast your spell. But when you do, you hit the jackpot. An Aquarius man in love is loyal, romantic, and caring. But his major problem is expressing his emotions, which can be confusing sometimes. Must know positive characteristics of an Aquarius guy. An Aquarius guy is one idealistic person who enjoys life in his own world. He is talented, sets his own rules, and abides by them. When he falls in love, he truly means it. On the other hand, he can be emotionally unavailable, detached, and distant. You must understand the person you're about to fall in love with. Here are the must-know positive and negative characteristics of an Aquarius guy. 1. Trustworthy. An Aquarius man is the best in building trust. Although he enjoys socializing, he can only open up his heart to the ones he feels emotionally attached to. What does this mean? He can hardly engage in other romantic connections, since he needs deep emotional attachments to bond with a woman. So, once he decides that you're the one, he sticks to that. Besides opening up his mind to you, you can also be assured of his trust. Are you in love with such a man? If yes, it is high time you also build a strong bond with him. 2. Good listener. An Aquarius man is a good listener. He listens to each and every word that you have to say and responds with care. He has a desire to understand whatever is happening around him. He will pay attention to everything you say, whether he is busy or not. And don't forget that he takes everything you say at heart. Besides listening, this guy will also do everything in his capacity to help. 3. Sensitive and caring. An Aquarius guy can be so cold and emotionally distant. That is why he has many friends but keeps very few of them close. You can hardly read his feelings, and he can be unpredictable. But wait until he falls in love. He is the most sensitive man who cares a lot for his partner. If your Aquarius man starts showing concern, and he is interested in what you like and dislike, that could be a good sign he is falling for you. 4. Full of adventures around him. The Aquarius man is fun and full of adventures. He is famous for breaking the ordinary. He doesn't obey daily routines. Things like romantic movies and candlelit dinners may not make much sense to him. Instead, you should expect more adventurous and fun trips to fascinating destinations. He will color your world with all sorts of fun explorations and build a strong bond with you. This guy believes that falling in love is having fun and spending time together. 5. Shares his thoughts with you. When an Aquarius man falls in love with you, he will free his mind and share it with you. He will let you know his thoughts, regardless of how deep they are. When he loves you, he wants to be friends with you. And he will break all barriers between you. He can go as far as crying in your presence, which is very rare for an Aquarius. But it is because his feelings to you are deep and sincere. 6. He spends more time with you. An Aquarius man in love will spend his free time with you. The nature of the Aquarius guy is to distance and keep to himself. If all changes, he decides to hang around. It could be a sign he is falling in love with you. Therefore, he will be comfortable with your company anywhere. 7. Strives to make you happy always. When an Aquarius man loves you, he will ensure that you are always happy. He is fun to be with, and he can keep you entertained with his sense of humor. He pampers you, and does everything within his means to ensure you are happy. He builds a close bond and becomes part of your world. He will not only listen to your problems, but also help you solve them by offering the necessary support. And this is because he adores you. Must know negative characteristics of an Aquarius guy. 1. Doesn't express himself well in words. When this guy's in love, he will be caring and loving. On the other hand, he finds it challenging to put his feelings in words. He finds it difficult to show his compassion and excitement. In other words, this guy needs to build deeper feelings to express his love, which sometimes can be difficult. That's why he sends confusing signals to his partner. You need to know that this man really cares, and his feelings for you are sincere. He finds it difficult to express himself. So, it will be helpful if you paid attention to his nonverbal cues. Besides his humor, an Aquarius man in love will kiss you with passion, squeeze your hand, and hold you tight closer to him. 2. Can be really stubborn. Besides all the good traits, an Aquarius guy can be extremely stubborn. He has his own beliefs, and if he decides that he is right, you better put a full stop right there. Because there is no way he's going to change his mind. It can be challenging to engage with someone who's one-sided, but that's him. So, you have to understand him and learn how to cope. Because that is your world, it isn't changing now or any near time in the future. 3. Got a high sex drive. Another thing you need to learn about an Aquarius man in love is that his appetite for sex is high. This man needs sex all the time, and the place doesn't matter at all. Anywhere is just perfect for him. So it would be better if you prepare for it, because he'll need someone who will follow suit. However, as we mentioned earlier, he doesn't fall in love easily, and he can stay for days without sex. But the truth is that he has a high sex drive. And that is the reason he's likely to change sex partners more often, if he is not committed to a relationship. 4. Always late. Don't get surprised if this guy shows up late on your first date. That is your Aquarius guy, and the trend may continue in the future. This guy is never punctual. He will miss flights as his important reservations get cancelled. It is not that he plans to disappoint you, but that's how he is. He never keeps up with time. Conclusion. Learn these signs of an Aquarius man in love, to prepare yourself for a romantic relationship with a guy who's compassionate and caring. When this guy falls for you, he is vulnerable, and he will share everything in his mind. So, the earlier you understand him, the better. Nevertheless, it's great to be in love with an Aquarius. Cherish them and sometimes forgive their shortcomings.